Hey everyone, Julian here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a cool burial style bass sound. This is a really simple sound, but I've heard it all across burials music, especially on Untrue if you're going for that sound. So I want to make a video sort of deconstructing it. And you can get the preset from this video for free in the description. And yeah, let's dive in. So I'm going to be using Serum today, but you can really get this done with any synth that has two oscillators and a filter. It's really nothing too crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with oscillator A on the saw waveform, and I'm going to turn on oscillator B, and we're going to start tuning this fine tune up. So what this is going to do is it's going to detune the two waves slightly, not by a full semitone or anything like that, but just by sort of spaces in between the semitones. And what we're going to get is we're going to get like this cool kind of motion. So you can hear if I really turn it up. You can kind of hear it going like, kind of like fluctuating. And the higher you turn this up, or the lower, because you could also go down to the negative values. Basically, the higher you turn it up, though, the faster it's going to be. So you can kind of just set it based on where you want it to be. I'm going to set it about here. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on the filter and just go with a low pass. I'm going to do the low pass 24, but you could probably just use any sort of frequency or filter slope you want. I just usually use the 24 dB one. I'm going to set the cutoff about there, and I'm going to turn the resonance up to about there. Maybe even give it a little bit of drive. Okay, so that's about good. You don't want it to be letting through too many higher harmonics like here. It's a little bit too high because you're kind of just getting that like kind of sound. But if you turn it down, you just get like that nice, watery, smooth, kind of chorusy bass sound. And then the last thing that I'm going to do here is, as far as this stuff goes, is I'm going to go into the effects and turn on the distortion, and we're going to turn on the downsampling. And I'm just going to do it ever so slightly. So like about there is good. This is something that I hear a lot, and it's kind of like a little detail that I think people miss sometimes, is a lot of times Burial's bass sounds, when he does these style of basses, it's called a respace if you don't know. When he does these respaces, I hear a lot of, or not a lot, but a little bit of bit crushing on the sounds a lot, like as you can hear here. Just that little like high tone over top of it, and then the sort of like crunchiness that this adds is definitely like a very prominent thing when Burial uses these kind of basses. So I wanted to put that on here. And the last thing we're going to do, and this is actually pretty important, and I'll show you in a second, is we're going to go down to this voicing part down here, and we're going to turn on mono and legato, and then we're going to turn the portamento up to maybe about there. You can kind of just set it to wherever you feel works best for your application. Yeah, like I might turn it up a little bit. And so this is something I hear a lot in Burial's music as well when he uses these kind of basses. Since they're so long and sustained, you can do like these cool kind of like sliding notes, which give the notes like, it kind of helps bring them to life. Because like, okay, you could play like, you know, you could just play those notes, or you could do like, you could slide between them and get a little bit more kind of feel out of it. And I have a MIDI file here I'll show you in a second that kind of shows that. But yeah, so having this mono and legato here allows you to slide between the notes, and it just gives you that cool kind of watery bass sound. Again, it like really just makes it that much smoother. And this is a very smooth sound, so you want to do everything you can to accentuate that. So here is this MIDI file I have to sort of show this off. I have basically these notes here where they slide between an octave here, and then this one actually goes up 2 octaves. So I'll show you what it sounds like. So you may recognize that kind of like that slide there from a lot of Burial's tracks. And that's how you do it. It's just with the mono legato, or turning the synth into monophonic mode essentially, and then putting the slides in the MIDI. And again, it just sort of helps to give it a little bit more of an interesting feel and bring it to life more when you slide between these notes, as opposed to just going like F, G sharp, C, and then C an octave down. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. Make sure to let me know what you think in the comments and like this video, and maybe even share the video if it really helped you out. Make sure to subscribe as well, and you can get the preset from this video for free in the description, so go ahead and download that. And yeah, I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another tutorial.